I survived. Peace begins in the gut. We have been hit by a massive energy. For those that are initiated, they're going through massive shifts in their body. And these shifts happen in our base energy center. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach the world how this shift in your solar plexus and in your base energy center, the energies have been tied to a system that's dying off the earth. And there are many people that have walked this path, the initiated. And you had to go through trials, you had to go through tribulations, right? Because you didn't fit into this world, and we had to go through things at an accelerated rate post 2020. And a lot of these traumas, a lot of the damage was stored in our solar plexus. So for this lesson, we're going to learn about the solar plexus and how we disconnect from this world that, we're not really part of anymore. And as we move forward, we can't take the densities with us. Many people want peace on earth. For this lesson, peace begins in the stomach. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I discuss ascension, psychology, and quantum shifting. I make the lessons relevant for everyday life people. I survived. As I'm leaving this message, I'm going through the longest fast and detox that I've ever been through. And, sometimes I come before everyone in full strength. And today, I decide to come and show the world what healing actually is. When we have to leave our ego at the door and we have to focus on fasting and cleansing. There are many traumas that we hold within our base energy center, the solar plexus, and our body has the ability to heal. This is known as autophagy. And through this cleanse that I have done, and as I push this forward to many people, you have to tap into nature and nature's abilities. So there has to be a clearing. Energies that have been ignored, suppressed, bypassed over the years, these energies can't go with us. So everything that has been held in our solar plexus, our sacral, our liver holds the anger. You might be listening to this message and you went through a tough time in a post-2020 world and you took on a lot of anger, and we hold that anger in the liver. That anger is heat. And when we cleanse the body, we have to remove the heat that we have picked up over time. And we are going to have to shut ourselves down and focus on healing, focus on autophagy, and focus on the watermelon. For this period of time, I've only ingested watermelon. And, I'm a person that is into health and wellness, and, I like to be as strong as possible. And, I have to focus on the changes that my body is requiring at the current season that we're in. So watermelon actually will remove the heat from the liver in your body, which is like a nuclear power plant. You have 1.4 volts in every single cell over trillions of cells. You have trillions of volts of electricity. You have heat that's generating inside of you. You're like a nuclear power plant. And I like to go out in the world and I like to give tangible evidence to people that say, wow, look at the power of whatever it might be. And today I'm going to discuss the watermelon. There are these viral reels, all right, it's called hot ball. They're science experiments, and they take this metal ball, it's heated to over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and this metal ball is dropped on various things like a solid block of ice, and this metal ball at 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit absolutely eviscerates the ice, and it destroys a lot of different things. Upon the reel where they slice a watermelon and you see the red meat of the watermelon, he drops the red hot ball on the watermelon and it just sits there. And then he picks it off with the tongs and you could see a little crater was in the watermelon, and the watermelon survived all that heat. Nature, God, gives us what we need for each season of our life. And sometimes we don't understand the power of certain things. And we don't understand why we have pains in the stomach. Why are we going through, all these strange changes? If we want to experience a reality of abundance, of love, relationships, new adventures, you have to leave everything in the past, everything that's been stored in the gut. Peace begins in the stomach. We are clearing internal, unresolved patterns, old wounds, past experiences. Every single one of these things need to be released. I teach health and wellness, and I teach to the people that are conscious on this journey. And it's not about taking fat burners, but it's about removing the traumas. In the past, I would see, and some of my buddies, and maybe we see a guy and he gets in a relationship and we say, oh, he let himself go and he has a swelling in the midsection. Well, that is actually stress and cortisol, and maybe that person didn't let himself go. So sometimes when we go out in the world, we're not realizing the traumas that people carry from negative relationships, negativity in the job, negativity from the world, the stress, the taxes, the corruption. Men tend to hold it more in the gut, in the solar plexus. Women tend to hold the excess kind of all over throughout the legs. So people do kind of show this differently, as I know people on the journey that have gone through these changes. And when we go through the massive changes, as the massive wind is showing up right now, every time I do one of these videos, the wind's got to show up like this. Right now, there has to be a purification of what no longer belongs. Okay? On my journey, I'm tired. I don't feel like myself going through the changes. And I'm not just doing, say, a fast just to do the fast, but going through these ascension symptoms all at the same time. And I still show up every day, and I move accordingly to what is required at the time. This video today is required at the time. We must let go of the things that we hold in the gut. Otherwise, it will continue to reverberate. There are people that want to manifest. There are people that want to create a new reality. Peace begins in the gut. Peace begins in the solar plexus. If you're a man, you go out in the world, in the modern world, there are many attempts, spiritual attempts, to try to emasculate you. This is your I am presence, the gut, right? This is your solar plexus. This is your identity. That solar plexus has to be strong, and we're going to be strong. We're all going to be strong, and we're going to get our gut health up, and we're going to understand the energies and remove the traumas. Everyone has traumas from this negative world. And if this message is resonating with you, why don't you smash into the like button so others can get this content and have something that maybe no one else has presented to the world. Your liver is filled with anger and stress from this dense world, dense society. Your stomach has been holding on to all of this stuff from the past few years. You must let it go, because it's altering your frequency, and it's altering your nervous system. Your nervous system determines your reality. You have tons of nerves in this stomach. I could sit here today and people will never understand the pain that I have been through. Those that know me personally on my journey and they watch me, and I could share this with the world and I will continue to share this, all of the nerves that you have in your stomach. You might be what's called an empath, and you feel the pain of the children of the world, what is buried inside the world, all of the dark things that were deep within the world, hidden in the shadows. You're feeling it as an empath, and we feel these things in our gut, in our solar plexus, and our solar plexus has to be stronger than ever before. I tap into an energy source, especially in the last few days, and you kind of go through it and it hits you, and you kind of adjust to the changes. I'm here to present to the world that we have a partition in our body, and if you're in tune to your body like I am, you will know when it is time to ingest different foods. When the partition is turned on, the detoxification protocol, autophagy, you will have the taste at the back of your tongue. Anyone that has gone through a liver detox knows about this. And people on social media wrongfully present this information, and I'm here to present the world that you have to know your season, and you have to know, like your high commander, when you turn the switch on, you turn the cleaning cycle on, clean the body off, and then revert back. If this message seems interesting to you, why don't you click the subscribe button, and let's get this information out to the people, because there ain't no one else in this world that is sharing this information, and I could share this information in the pain, and I could fight through it all. And I need the world to understand that your journey is the will beating the skill. You have to have the will. You have to perform in inopportune conditions. Nobody will understand the pain that you will go through. Tonight, I will be able to rest because I have peace in my stomach. If you are a person that does this, if you do the inner work, if you are the initiated, you are more powerful than 1 million other people. So if you do the spiritual work, if you do the self-improvement, you have done the work for humanity, and you could leave it there. Let's be in peace tonight. The peace that you have in your stomach. I shared about my journey. I had to go through this 3 years ago. And today, I'm completing a deeper cycle. We have to go real deep into the cleanse. And the feeling that you have inside. I've shared this. It's not about abs. It's about the peace. It's about the strength. It's about the I am presence. And somehow, with no energy in the past few days, I've been able to tap into something. And I could leave this for everyone. Peace begins in the stomach. I know there are people that are listening to this. Somehow, with no food, I've been able to tap into an inner force. This is the light of Christ. This is the I am. Peace begins in the stomach. As the sun sets tonight, I leave this message for the world, and I hope you enjoy everything that I presented for you. And if you want to work on your self-improvement, if you want to work on your systems of the body, if you want to work on your manifestation. You know, this power is so, it goes through you, feel like you pass out. And I told you, I know there's new people listening to this, but it's always about the community that shows up every day. I have reached a place where it's one versus all. And that peace begins in the stomach. I have multiple videos on the channel page about the base energy center, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra is much more than some stuff you read on the internet. Your gut, your liver, you must understand the physical health, the emotions that you kept in your body. And this was what we all had to live through. We didn't have to live through the bombs. We didn't have to live through the asteroid. We had to live through the spiritual warfare. And your high commander has survived. That which shall survive. There are some people will never understand this. If you understand what I have presented at a very deep level, share this video with others and leave the comments in the comment section. Birth your new reality. It comes in the stomach. Peace begins in the stomach. I ain't that strong right now, kid. But the will beats the skill. And we pass the finish line. But it ain't a finish line. It's on to the new chapter. Cleanse this. Click subscribe. Take the journey of our everyday lives. And I'm here to tell anyone that hears this, this wasn't easy. Men, it is you in the wilderness with God. Book it, kid. I'm still standing. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. This is my peace. And for those that have felt what happened to the children of the world, I felt it too. Alchemy. Alchemy. I'm the fucking best there is. Heal this, bro. Heal this. I love you guys. I know there are people that won't understand, but this will be our legacy. I survived the great solar flash. I love you. I love you. Keep going, kid.